My dear students of 11th class, Assalamu alaikum to all of you. Hope that you are enjoying at your home. And today, as we are dealing with the last chapter of your last unit rather of your syllabus, that is the fourth unit of your syllabus, and it is having the highest weightage in terms of the marks, and it is titled Mineral Nutrition, and along with mineral nutrition we have the photosynthesis and vital processes of these respiration and photosynthesis in this unit. And today we are going to take up the criteria for essentiality of nutrients, and in the process we will also take up the macronutrients and the micronutrients. And previously we have discussed about the mineral requirements of the plants and the essential mineral elements, which elements, what is the, now today we are going to take up this, what is the criterion for a particular element to be essential for the development of a plant. And now the criteria for essentiality of the elements for plant growth. And the criteria for essentiality of an element are given like this, as mentioned below. And the element must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. That the particular element to be essential must be absolutely necessary for supporting normal growth and reproduction. In the absence of that very element, the plant do not complete their life cycle or set the seeds. And this is the first criterion. And number second, the requirement of the element must be specific. That particular element required by the plant, it must be specific and not replaceable by another element. Or in other words, we can say that deficiency of any one element cannot be met by supplying some other element. That particular element is essential and that can't be replaced by any other element. And the third criterion is the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. This is the important criterion. The element must be directly involved in the metabolism of the plant. Now, based upon the criterion, based upon the above criterion, only a few elements have been found to be absolutely essential for plant growth and metabolism. And these elements are further divided into two broad categories based on their quantitative requirements. And that is the macronutrients and the micronutrients. The macronutrients and the micronutrients. And macronutrients are generally present in the plant tissues in a large amount, as the name itself suggests that they are generally present in the plant tissues in large amounts or required in large amounts by the plant in excess of 10 micromole per kg of dry matter. The macronutrients include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Of these, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are mainly obtained from carbon dioxide and water, while the others are absorbed from the soil as mineral nutrients. And now the micronutrients. These are also called as the trace elements, as they are needed in very small amounts, less than 10 micromole per kg of dry matter, These include iron, manganese, copper, molybdenum, zinc, boron, chlorine, and nickel. In addition to the 17 elements which we mentioned above as macronutrients and micronutrients, there are some beneficial elements like sodium, silicon, cobalt, and selenium, and they are required by higher plants and they do not fall in the category of either macronutrients or the micronutrients. No, these are the additional elements which are required by higher plants and like sodium, silicon, cobalt, and selenium. And essential elements can be grouped into four broad categories on the basis of their diverse functions. The categories are: essential elements are components of biomolecules and hence structural elements of cells. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen are the main elements which are the components of the biomolecules. And essential elements that are the compounds of energy related chemical compounds in plants. For example, magnesium in the chlorophyll and phosphorus in ATP. Again, essential elements are components of the energy related chemical compounds in the plants. For example, magnesium in chlorophyll and phosphorus in ATP. Essential elements that activate or inhibit enzyme. For example, magnesium is an activator for both ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase and phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase, both of which are critical enzymes in photosynthetic carbon fixation. Zinc ion is an activator of alcohol dehydrogenase and molybdenum of nitrogenase during nitrogen metabolism. And some essential elements can alter the osmotic potential of a cell. Potassium plays an important role in the opening and closing of stomata. You may recall the role of minerals as solutes in determining the water potential of a cell. And about these ion take up and involvement in the different cycles or pathways in case of photosynthesis and the respiration, and we have to deal it in detail in the forthcoming lectures, inshallah. Thanks. Have a nice day.